Did you know that mechanical engineering is seeing its biggest transformation right now? You might have heard that mechanical engineering is a traditional engineering, or how relevant is mechanical engineering in 2025, and especially for those who are going to pick mechanical engineering this year through JOSA 2025, how relevant it will be in the future after 10 years, 15 years. So today we are going to look into that, and we'll also look into 5 important tips which is very important for all of you who are going to pick mechanical engineering this year through JOSA 2025. Before we go into all the 5 tips, let me just give you a rough idea. So you might have heard about a lot of made in India, and you must have also heard that a lot of manufacturing India and many other countries are trying to shift to India. So till now China have been the biggest manufacturing hub across the globe, but recently even iPhone have shifted a lot of production to India, and slowly there have been a more production shift coming to India. There are a lot of companies of Asia like Hyundai, Kia, Toyota, who are planning to set up a big plants over here. Even Samsung have also opened a big plant in Noida for the manufacturing of their electronic devices. So how mechanical engineering is going to play a role in that, we will look into this today's video. Another thing is we'll be helping out students for one-to-one free JOSA counseling. So you can find the link of a Google form in the description. So if you see the description, you can click on the Google form link and you can fill it out. So due to limited seat, we'll be only doing free one-to-one counseling for 10 students. Because of limited time, we do not have that much time. So you can check out the description for more detail. Now coming to small stats. So if we talk about like after the Make in India drive have happened, due to its impact or due to changing geographical impacts, we have seen the aerospace industry have grown around 43% in past 2 years. Automotive industry have grown around 38%, and electronic industry have grown around 52%. Now these industries are not standalone. Like even if I talk about aerospace, it will have an overlap with mechanical. Even if I talk about automotive, that is majorly mechanical. Even electronics have mechanical, because even the production, research, the assembly unit all require a good amount of mechanical engineering, mechanical engineers to make it happen. Now coming to the 5 tips for all of you who are going to pursue mechanical engineering, who are going to choose mechanical engineering this year. So we'll talk about all these tips in detail later on. So the first thing is research all the emerging domains, and it's better if you compare it with other countries which have grown a lot in this field. Now if I talk about China and USA, see here by developed I do not mean their income levels. Developed I mean in terms of engineering, what all they are doing. So you can check out China and USA, because if I talk about India being a developing country, we are inheriting a lot of technologies or technological needs from over there. In fact, a lot of startup, if I can say, they will have like along the similar line, or it's like growing. The world is rapidly changing. So maybe you can check out what are the things that's happening in China, what are the things happening in USA, because eventually you can say that India will also see those kind of industry growing up maybe after 2-3 years compared to US and China. So that's the one thing that all of you need to do. Second is, it's very important right now before you get seat allocations with JOSA is to decide which college you are going to take, and what will be your plan after 4 years. So we'll be also talking about in terms of mechanical engineering what you can do after doing a bachelor's in India. We'll also look into that. Next is that student need to also check that if in case you are interested in working abroad or studying abroad, then what are the possibilities. We'll dive deep into that thing as well. And another thing I would like to put emphasis on is that do not just go or pick a course based on initial placements, because initial placement will only determine just 2-3 years of your life. After that, the 30-40 years of life which you are going to work is more important. That is where I say you generate more wealth, you generate more success, you generate more recognition and social impact if you do things what you like. And especially it is important that you check out these sectors, that is defense, aviation, mobility, because the world is changing rapidly. In fact, you might have heard that recently there was a Pahalgam incident and so on. So India is putting a lot of resources into the defense sector. Uh, in fact, we need that. Plus, in terms of aviation, if I talk about it, in fact, it has been in many research as well that India is going to be one of the major hub in terms of people traveling across the globe. So aviation was also one emerging industry, and there is a lot of ancillary industry around it as well. And similarly, mobility means in terms of vehicles, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, EVs, even hydrogen fuel, all of these are upcoming things which are also very important. There are other things as well like robotics and all, but I'm just talking about which is more rapidly changing right now. So coming to the first thing, that is emerging sectors. So emerging sectors plays a very crucial role. I'll tell you why. Because now that you are picking up mechanical in 2025, the idea is not to see what's happening in 2025. The idea is what to see what will happen in 2030 when you will graduate, when you will be working, or not just 2030, what will happen in 2040. So if you want to succeed in this field, it's very important that you have a long-term horizon. You have a long-term plan. Because I still remember I saw an interview of Bill Gates in 1992. So in that TV interview, people were making fun of Bill Gates, like why you are trying to stream a baseball match on internet when people can watch on a TV. Now, like they were not able to understand why Bill Gates was doing that. But if I talk about now, be it IPL, any sport, you will see that all of them are streamed online. So you have to be a visionary, you have to target what will happen 5 or 10 years from now, not based on what is happening right now. So in terms of, we have smart manufacturing, as I told, be it manufacturing of anything, aviation, electronics, mechanical is very important over there. Then renewable energy, that is also in rise because as we know, non-renewable resources are limited. Then the field of robotics. Robotics is also a very emerging field. In fact, this is something which is like, how should I say, development started some time back. And the thing is, robotics have a lot of application. Robotics is not just about using some robots at home or at industry level. There are many industries which people might not even think of. Like, in fact, I know people in mining industry. So in mining industry, they even have bots to like basically help out other machinery tools. So robotics is important. Then mechatronics engineering. So mechatronics is the overlap of mechanical and electronics. Then we have green energies. Then we have automation and integration engineers. So all these are emerging domain because, as I've told you, maybe standalone mechanical is, you can say, more of traditional, but these days everything is an overlap. Electronics, computer science, mechanical, all of them are overlapping streams which are on a rapid rise these days. Now coming next to the entrepreneurial opportunities that is out there. So as I've told that EV components, that is something on rise. In fact, EV is on rise. So believe me, EV components demand will also go exponentially high after 5 years. So think about it. Let's say today I bought a new EV car. I got, let's say, Tata Punch EV. Now the car will work fine for next 4 years, 5 years. Maybe after that there comes some issue with the battery, some issue with the motors. So after 4-5 years, the demand of the spare parts, the demand of the EV components is going to be even go higher and higher. And similarly, there's a lot of funding which is coming from the government side in terms of startups in mechanical, because in terms of manufacturing and mechanical, which is a lot more needed. And you can also see some success stories. Like if I talk about Ather Energy, which makes EV scooters, or even Ola Electric. So you can see that these companies suddenly rised a lot. In fact, a lot of people now have been shifting slowly their two-wheelers into the EV part. Now, when these companies grow, the environment around it will also grow. So as I've told you, these are companies on rise. Maybe you can research more about companies like this which are working to change this landscape totally, maybe next 3-4 years. Now, moving on to the next, that is which college to pick. So now that the JOSA is about to start, so it's very important that we have a look into colleges which offer good mechanical engineering. How to see that? So first of all, if I talk about top colleges like IITs, I put only few names because it's a big list. Or if I talk about NITs, So few top NITs. So the idea is maybe in IITs and NITs, although if the syllabus update is not there, but you have a lot of good peer group, you have a bigger alumni network, so you will see that even when you go to the college, maybe you have taken a stream of mechanical engineering, but you need to do something more, because in college a lot of learning happens through project and peer group. So for example, if you go to IIT, there's a lot of societies working on automated like auto driving cars, or maybe some racing cars, something like that. So the idea is you join those things so that you have a first hand experience that how you can work upon the things of your interest. So IITs and NITs offer a lot of these kind of societies or clubs or groups where you can learn a lot of practical knowledge beyond the course curriculum. So yes, in few IITs and NITs, they have been updating their curriculum. In fact, a lot of overlapping branches have also started coming, but few have not updated that. But still, it doesn't matter, because them being a very popular college, you'll have a lot of clubs and societies. But whereas if I come to private colleges, I have mentioned only few popular ones, that is BITS, VIT, SRM. Now, among the private colleges, maybe if I exclude few top ones like BITS, VIT. Now, if you are looking for mechanical engineering at a private college, my suggestion is that look for the curriculum, because these colleges which have like old and popular, they have a bigger alumni network. So there will be people who will be proactively working on new projects, new things. But that might not be the case in all the private colleges. So I'll say that you can take up mechanical course without any worry at IITs and NITs, and in private colleges maybe BITS, definitely for sure. But other private colleges, do check the curriculum, because over here a lot of learning through will happen through curriculum. Now moving on next, if I talk about in terms of higher studies, so like in terms of, now here I'm being very specific for mechanical engineering. So in terms of if you want to do higher engineering for mechanical engineering, I'll say that the best two destination in the across world is USA and Germany. So there is no doubt USA is one of the biggest economy out there, and they are like doing well in all the field of engineering, and definitely mechanical being one of that. So they have been pioneer for many years. So I will not talk much about USA, but coming to Germany. Now Germany is a big hub, a big automotive hub, a big mechanical engineering hub. So all the big car names you might have heard, Volkswagen, Mercedes, BMW, all of them belongs to Germany. So the mechanical engineering, the kind of job, the kind of research, the quality of work is very high. In fact, the quality of teaching is also very high. So as a student, like it's up to you, maybe you can directly do bachelor's over there, but that will be slightly costlier. Or my suggestion will be, maybe if you plan to work abroad or study abroad, start thinking right now. Maybe you can join a college in India, be it IIT, NIT, or any private college, but make a plan that okay, what all will be required, like what kind of scores will be required, what are the language requirements will be there, and what kind of work culture is going to be there. So maybe you can start researching from right now, and I'll say that USA and Germany are very I say good countries to work as well as study if you're checking something abroad. I have not put China, although China also does a lot of work, because there's always, I'll say, like China is very competitive, maybe more than India sometimes, and plus the culture is very different. So that's why I have not put China up over here. Then I'll put Canada, but yes, there's a significant difference. Like I'll place US and Germany far up in the top, then there'll be significant difference between them and Canada. But yes, that's also a very popular destination in terms of mechanical engineering. Now coming to what should be our next steps. So number one thing, no matter which engineering you do, is that you need to have skills. Because as long as you have skills, you will be always in demand. See, many have been saying that okay, pick computer science, do not go with traditional engineering. Why? What is the reason? So the simple reason is, if I talk about computer science, if let's say there are 1 lakh engineers, there's also 90,000 jobs. So it's easy to get a job. If I talk about mechanical engineering, let's say if there are 1 lakh engineers, then maybe there'll be only 70,000 jobs. So probability of you getting a good job will be less. But believe me, if you have the top skills, it doesn't really matter. let's say if you are in the top 10,000 in terms of skill, for you it doesn't really matter. Companies will invite you, in fact. Now, when it comes to mechanical engineering, even India have a big scope. Especially if I talk about, because we being from Coimbatore, in fact, I have seen a Coimbatore even have a very, very big scope. There's a lot of Fortune 500 companies which are here in Coimbatore, which are into manufacturing, lathe, CNC, foundry. So all of that, in fact, there's a lot of who are also into mobility. I've seen a lot of companies working in the ancillary industry of aviation. So there's a lot of opportunity just in Coimbatore. So the point is, it's very important that you have right appropriate skill and you utilize the skill. Because I have seen many students after going to college, they'll be like, okay, now I'm done, I do not want to do anything. So yes, with that attitude it will be tough, but as long as you love the course, you will never ever feel of giving up on your course, and you'll see you'll develop great skills. Next is, I'll say, network, because sometimes you are unaware what are the possibilities. So it's important that you have right friends, you have right people. In fact, we can also help you out to connect with few kids who are doing mechanical engineering in these top colleges. You can also talk to them about the opportunity and so on. And the whole idea is you explore the domestic as well as the global opportunities in mechanical engineering. So yes, in terms of mechanical engineering, I'll say abroad offers a lot of opportunity, but India also do offer a lot of opportunities, especially if in case you want to set up your own company, own thing to work upon, or maybe join a startup. So this is a field, as I've told in the beginning, which is seeing a rapid transformation right now. So mechanical engineering, if I have to conclude, I'll say it is transforming very rapidly right now. In fact, in my experience in the past 20-25 years, I've seen this is the time when I can see the rapid growth in mechanical engineering. So it's a very wonderful stream, and just see whether it suits you best or not. So that's it in this video, and once again, as I've told you, in the description you can find the link for the Google form through which we can have one-to-one counseling for JOSA, but we have only 10 seats. So it will be based on first come first serve. And so that's it for this video, and we'll be seeing you soon. Soon we'll be also putting a video on aerospace engineering, because we got a lot of demand. So we'll be taking up aerospace engineering next. So thank you all for watching, and all the best.